North Star, we're going to get started with 20 knees, 20 front kicks to warm up. Make sure that you're lifting your knees to the same height every single time. Pace yourself. Breathe. Now we're going to go into front kicks. Same thing as the knees. Make sure you're kicking to the same height every single time. Give a slight bend into the standing leg. Pace yourself, breathe, and keep going. You got this. We're going to go for a 30-second squat hold. Starting now. Let's go. Make sure your knee does not exceed your toe. Keep your back up. Keep your chest up. Breathe. Hold that squat. Next, we have 20 body weight squats. Push those knees out. Keep your back up. Keep your chest up. Keep moving no matter what. If you need to, feel free to put on your favorite song. Ask mom to join you. Ask dad to join you. Get a sibling to join you. Keep moving no matter what. You got this. We're going to start 10 air squats in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You want to aim to get through 10 air squats non-stop. Pace yourself and breathe. You got this. The next set of exercises is a combination of a walkout into a push-up. Walk back up, keep those legs straight into one jumping jack. The next set, you're going to add 1 rep to each exercise. 2 walkouts, 2 push-ups, 2 jumping jacks. And each set, you increase 1 rep for each exercise. Here we have 3 walkouts, 3 push-ups, 3 jumping jacks. The idea is to keep the movement fluid. You don't have to rush. You don't have to race. You can pace yourself. You can slow down if need to be. But the idea is to continuously move. Continuously move. Get that heart rate going. Get the blood flowing. Get some warmth in your joints and in your limbs. When it becomes difficult is when you want to continue to push so that you meet a new threshold. So if it burns at doing 3 push-ups, you know the next 4 is going to be a little tough. But that don't mean you stop. You keep going, you breathe, you talk to yourself, you motivate yourself, you put on your favorite song, and you keep moving. Here is a side view of me doing the walkouts. As you see, my back is straight, my legs are straight. I walk my hand out to a full flat back, and then I walk it back up. Here's an example of modified push-ups. Your chest touches the ground, you lift your hands, tap the floor and push straight up, and then drop back down to push up. You want to get the habit of lifting your own body weight. So knees are not on the ground in those modified push-ups. You tap the floor, push up to push-up position, lower back down to the ground. This is the segment where we're going to use weights. You're going to grab the heaviest item in your house, whether it be a cooler, a book, a small chair, a backpack that has books in it. Okay, we're going to start in parallel position. Your feet are right under your shoulders. We're going to perform a deadlift. Okay, look from the side. As I bend over, I keep my head aligned with my back. I'm going to soften my knees just a little bit. I bend and my knees soften. My head is up, my chest is up. And then squeeze the hips forward. Don't do this extremely bend at the knees like you're sitting at a chair. You want to slightly bend the knees, keep the head up, keep the chest up, lift the item, stand up, push the hips forward. So here you see me executing a weighted deadlift. I bend over. Without the weight, I bend to grab it. I stand back up. I stand with it. I put it back down. I stand up without it. I bend down, pick it up again. I'm alternating from standing with the cooler to standing without it. To stand with it, to stand without. Every single time, push the hips forward. Keep your chest up. Keep your head up. Breathe. We're going for 20 reps. Every time you stand with the item, that's 1 rep. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. We're going for 20 reps. You got this. Breathe. Make the movement continuous and fluid. Here's a side view of me performing a deadlift so you can see my hips being pushed forward, my slight bend in my knees, the way I keep my chest up and my head up even as I bend over. This exercise strengthens the hamstrings and the glutes, which are located behind your thighs. You get some balance and control, and also engage your core so that you get core activation as well. In this exercise, you're going to use water bottles. Grab 2 standard water bottles, and we're going for 50 reps in curls, non-stop. Pace yourself and breathe. You want to really activate that bicep muscle. 50 easy. Make sure you keep your arms close to your body as demonstrated. Squeeze the bicep, engage the core as well. 50 reps easy. Don't lock out the arms. When you straighten the arms, give it a slight soft bend just as we did in our knees for the deadlifts. Don't lock your arms out. Remember, technique is way more important than how many reps you do and how much weight you lift. If your technique and your form is off, it's going to cause injury to the joint or muscle that which you're trying to activate.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Next, we're gonna go for 50 front raises. You're lifting your arm at the same time for 50 reps. Working those shoulders.
I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend
Go.
zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me that
Make sure you're keeping your arms locked out. Engage the core. Only lift at the shoulders. You got this.
Me and my amigos got that free smoke.
Try to keep the water bottles at least at eye level. You don't want it above eye level, at your forehead, above your head. You want to keep those arms straight, engage those shoulders, lift the shoulders muscles only.
Certified freak, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my free throw. Damn, spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys trying to diss on the ground. Hey,
here's a front view of me executing the shoulder raise. As you can see, my arms are straight, parallel to each other. I'm not lifting one arm over the next, and it doesn't exceed my eye level.
Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing this section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction.
The next exercise, we're going for 100 jabs. You want to start with your left foot in front and jab with the left hand first. Let's get it. You want to keep a fluid motion, a fluid rhythm, a nice rhythm. So you don't want to go too fast in the beginning. Now you're slowing down at the end. Keep a nice steady pace so that you're flowing through the entire 100 punches nonstop.
Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
And here's the side view of me performing the same exercises, the jabs. As you see, my knees are soft and I'm moving at a rhythmic flow.
It's a cold night in my bed in the heat of the summer. I've been waiting patiently for a beautiful lover.
The next exercise, we're going into a front kick into a reverse lunge. The knee that I kick with, I'm going to step back. I'm going to go into a low lunge, keeping my chest low, laying on the front leg. Make sure that your knee does not exceed your toe in your lunge. When you step back into that lunge, you should feel your glute being targeted. Your quadricep of the left leg should be targeted when you're stepping up. Your core should be always engaged. We're going for 10 reps on the right. Right into 10 reps on the left with the left kicking. Make sure you're taking your time, as you see, so that you won't fall over because you're losing balance. You don't have to go at my pace. You're going at your own pace. If it's faster than mine, awesome. If it's slower than mine, awesome. And although I'm moving at a continuous pace and I'm moving constantly with no breaks in between, feel free to move at your own pace. But you also want to push yourself. You don't want to take too many breaks. Here you want to hold a full plank for 30 seconds. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. I want you to breathe. I want you to talk to yourself. I want you to push yourself. 30-second full plank. We're going to go for 10 reverse leg lifts on the left. Right into 10 reverse leg lifts on the right side. It's going to burn, it's going to suck, but you want to continuously move through all 10 reps with no break, even if it's a slow pace. Right after your leg lift, you have 50 mountain climbers. You're counting each rep as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as such, all the way to 50. Remember, although I'm moving through each exercise pretty rapidly, pace yourself, take your time. We all have different levels of training. We all have different levels of athleticism. Pace yourself and breathe. After your 50 reps, stretch it out in a child's pose. Relax and breathe. You want to stay here between 3 to 5 breaths. Next, we have a combination of ab workouts. crunches. We have 8 reps here, 8 reps at tabletops, 8 reps at toe touches, reverse, 8 reps at tabletops, 8 reps with the knees up, alternating for 16 counts. Each side is 1, and then 8 in the middle. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Legs up. 5, 6, 7. Toe touches. Really reach for the toes. 2, 3. Breathe. 4, 5, 6. Engage the core. 8. Drop down. 1, 2. You want to try to get your elbows to your knees. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 1. Take a break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alternate for 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you see, I've slowed down on this one because it was hurting. But that does not mean you stop. That means you continue to go. Because now that's your new threshold. If it hurts at 16, you should be able to hit another 5 or 6 more. 8 in the middle. Really only lift with the core. I'm not lifting with my neck. I'm not lifting with the top of my head. Roll over. You want to push up into cobra. Keep the hips on the ground. Exhale, bring the chin up to the sky. Stay here between 3 and 5 breaths. Really breathe deeply. Next, we have one of my favorite ab exercises, Russian twists. You can either do them with your legs up and you're twisting at the waist, making sure your hands touch the ground every single time, or you can keep your knees on the ground. But if you keep your knees on the ground, you have to lean back a little more. We're going for 50 reps. Each side is 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 50. Let's go. Breathe and keep moving. Pace yourself. It's not a race. It's you versus you. Next, we're going for 10 alternating toe touches. You want to start flat in a Patrick Star kind of position. Reach for the toes, lift the shoulders, really engage the core. 10 each leg, 20 reps total. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going for 20 reps. 7, 8. Pace yourself and breathe. 9, 10. Even though it burns, you do not give up. 11, 12, 13, 14. What the saying says, no pain, no gain. 15. Keep pushing. 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, keep going. 20. We're going to go into plank position. You're going to hold it for 30 seconds. Right after you hold your full plank for 30 seconds, you're going to immediately drop down to a half plank for 30 seconds. Do not worry about how it feels. Talk to yourself. Sing a song. Dance a little bit. And after your 30 seconds of half planks, that's the end. Make sure you give yourself a round of applause. Pat yourself on the back. And until next class.